dear students. Welcome to Dr. Subhash Technical Campus. As a part of discrete mathematics and chapter relation, we will discuss on different types of relation such that one many, many one and many many. We will see what is void relation, identity and universal relation, and we will see 6 different types of binary relation. Now first let us see different types of relation and their definitions. First is 1-1. A relation R from the set A to the set B is said to be 1-1 relation if x1 y1 belongs to R and x2 y2 belongs to R. Then y1 equal to y2 implies x1 equal to x2. See here x1 moves to y1 and x2 goes to y2. We just need to remember this simple condition. Next is one many. The relation R from a set A to the set B is said to be one many relation if x1 y1 belongs to R, x1 y2 belongs to R, for some x1 belongs to A and y1 y2 belongs to B with y1 not equal to y2. Here just see that here x coordinate, from a single x coordinate it relates with different y coordinates. So this is one many relation, and here y1 is not equal to y2. Next is many one relation. The relation R from the set A to set B is said to be many one relation if x1 y1 belongs to R and x2 y1 belongs to R, for y1 belongs to B and x1 x2 belongs to A with x1 not equal to x2. This is exactly opposite of one many relation. There from one x coordinate it relates with different y coordinates, and here from single y coordinate it relates with different x coordinate, and here x1 is not equal to x2. Now next is many one relation. A relation R from a set A to set B is said to be many relation if x1 y1 belongs to R, x1 y2 belongs to R, x2 y1 belongs to R, and x2 y2 belongs to R. For some x1 x2 belongs to A and y1 y2 belongs to B with x1 not equal to x2 and y1 not equal to y2. Here you can see that different x coordinates goes to different y coordinates. Let us understand this by an example. Let A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and B equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. Relations from the set A to set B as here 4 relations are defined: R1, R2, R3 and R4. And we have denoted this by different arrow diagrams, which will be best for us to understand what are these 4 types of relation. Okay, now see, I will make you understand this relations through different arrow diagrams. Now for consider for relation R1, let us see first diagram. See here you can see that these are the elements from set A and these are elements from set B. Okay, so you can see here that a single X element goes to a single B element. An element from A, each element from A goes to different elements of B. So this is 1-1 relation. Okay, now next is R2 relation. See from R2 relation. Here you can see this is okay, 1 goes to 2. Leave this for a moment. Let us move to element 2. Here from element 2 you can say that it goes to different elements of set B. So in definition of one many, we have seen that x1 goes to y1 and x1 also goes to y2. So here the same condition is there. The element from set A goes to different elements of set B. So you can say that this is one many relation. Next is exactly the opposite of one many relation. See, different from the set of a single element from the set of B goes to is related with different elements from set A, or in other words you can say that different elements from set A goes to the single element of set B. Here see, we can see that 1 goes to 2, 2 also goes to 2 and 3 also goes to 2. So many, this is called many one relation. Different elements from set A are going to the single element of set B. So this is many one relation. Let us move towards relation 4, R4 set. See here. 1 goes to 2, 1 goes to 6. 2 goes to 2 and 2 also goes to 6. This is of the type x1, y1, x1, y2, x2, y1, x2, y2. So this is many relations. All the elements of A are going to all the elements of B. So this is many relation. So this was the concept of different types of relation. Now next is void relation. A relation R from the set A to the set B is said to be void or empty relation if R is equal to phi. Phi is empty set. Next is identity relation. A relation R from on set A where R is a subset of A cross A, then the relation R is said to be an identity relation if XX belongs to R. That is IA equal to XX where X belongs to A. Next is universal relation. A relation R from a set A to a set B is said to be an universal relation if R is equal to A cross B. This is the largest relation for the given set. It consists all the elements whichever are possible for the given set, given two sets. Okay, so here R is equal to A cross B. Now let us move towards the different types of binary relation. In my previous lecture, we have already learned what is binary relation. Now we will see different types of binary relation. First is reflexive relation. A relation R defined on a set A is said to be reflexive if xy belongs to R for every x belongs to A, that is x is related to x for every x belongs to R. Here the relation is of the type XX. Like suppose let us understand this by an example. If A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and I am defining two sets R1 and R2, we will see which one is reflexive and which one is not reflexive. See, now here our set is 1, 2, 3, 4. For a set to be reflexive, it must consist all the ordered pairs of the form XX. Okay, like here we are having from 1 to 4. So a set must consist 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4, 4. Here you can see that R2 consists of 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4, 4. So this is reflexive. And from R1 you can see it only have 1, 1 and 3, 3. 2, 2 and 4, 4 are not there. So this is not reflexive. Now next is symmetric relation. A relation R defined on a set A is said to be symmetric if xy belongs to R, then yx must belongs to R. That is, xy belongs to R implies yx belongs to R. Let us see this by an example. If I take a set 1, 3, 5, 7 and I am defining two relations R1 and R2. Now let me see first R1. See, here 1, 1 is there, so you no need to consider this. Now 1, 3 is there, so there must be 3, 1 over here. So there is 3, 1. Now next is 3, 5. If 3, 5 is there, then for a relation to be symmetric, 5, 3 must be there. And 5, 5 both are opposite of each other, so no need to consider. So here R1 is symmetric. Now let us see for the set R2. Here if 1, 3 is there, then 3, 1 must be there. So it is here. Here 3, 5 is there. So 5, 3 must be in the set. So 5, 3 is here. Now next is 5, 7. So 7, 5 must be also in the set. But here 7, 5 is not in the set. So R2 is not symmetric. Now next is transitive relation. A relation R defined on a set A is said to be transitive if xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R, then xz must belongs to R. See here, the second element of first pair and first element of the second pair. If these are related, then x and z must be in R. That is, x r y and y r z implies x r z. Let me take one example of set A equal to 1, 3, 5, 7 and I am defining two relations R1 and R2. Now see you. If I am considering the set 3, 5 and 5, 3, second element of this pair is the first element of the second pair. Then first element of first pair and second element of the second pair must be there. That means here 3, 3 must be there. So here 3, 3 is there. Okay. Now let me take one more example. Here 1, 5 is there and here 5, 5 is there. So 1, 5 must be in the relation. So here 1, 5 is already there. Or you can take one more example. 1, 3 is there and 3, 5 is there. So 1, 5 must be in the set. So 1, 5 is here. So you can check for all the elements over here. So if you check this, we will find that R1 is transitive relation. Now let us check for R2. 1, 3 is in the set. 3, 5 is also in the set. Then 1, 5 must be in the set. But 1, 5 is not in R2. So we can say that R2 is not transitive. Now next is anti-reflexive relation. A relation R defined on a set A is said to be anti-reflexive or irreflexive if xx belongs to R for every x belongs to R. That is, x must not be related to x for every x belongs to R. In irreflexive or anti-reflexive, the terms such as 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 must not be in the set. So let A equal to 1, 3, 5, 7 and R1 and R2 are the two sets. Then see in R1 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 7, 7. Such ordered pairs are not there. So R1 is anti-reflexive or irreflexive. But in R2 you can see ordered pairs such as 1, 1 and 3, 3. So this is not anti-reflexive. Now next is asymmetric. A relation R defined on a set A is said to be asymmetric if xy belongs to R, then yx must not belong to R. That is, xy belongs to R implies x does not relate to y. Okay, so let us understand this by example. Let A equal to 1, 3, 5, 7. Then R1 and R2 are defined over here. Here, if 1, 3 is there, then 3, 1 must not be there. 3, 5 is there, then 5, 3 is not there. Similarly, 3, 7 is there and 7, 3 is not there. Also, 5, 7 is there and 7, 5 is not there. So, you can see that R1 is asymmetric relation. Now, here in R2 relation, 3, 5 is there and 5, 3 is also there. So, this is not an asymmetric relation. Now next is antisymmetric relation. A relation R defined on a set A is said to be antisymmetric if xy belongs to R and yx belongs to R, then x must be equal to y. That is, x are y and y are x implies x equal to y. Now let us check one example. Let A equal to 1, 3, 5, 7. I am defining here R1 and R2. Here R1 is antisymmetric but R2 is not antisymmetric. Why? Because 3, 5 is in R2 and 5, 3 is in R2, but according to given condition, if x is related to y and y is related to x, then x must be equal to y. So here x and y are 5 and 7. So 5 is not equal to 7 here. So dear students, these were different types of binary relation and we have also seen different types of relation. So I hope you have got the concept of types of different relations. Thank you.